Daniel.
Okay.
What did he do?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome here to the Rapid River. Tonight is week 7 of the high school football season. The Indians are in town. Take on the Rockets. Dan Hardenbrook, Jeff Puckett, glad to have you along. Not think so if you look at the standings or the scores. But, Coach, if there's such a thing as a trap game for the Indians, this would be it. Physically draining ball game against St. Ignace last week. You got Pickford on the schedule next week, and a game that could control your conference and playoff dates. And then there's this one on a cold, wet, rainy night in Rapid River where the Rockets, are going to be ready to come out and play.
Absolutely, Dan. Thank you. Bruce Dick here with us today. And you're right, Dan. It's a trap game as well. I think most coaches would describe it. And here's why. There's not a great game for us here. We need to get this win. We need to pick up the playoff points, conference game. So there's a lot here to play for, but we're playing a team that hasn't had a lot of success this year. We just came off a huge homecoming win, and you know that sometimes after those huge wins, you can have a little bit of a letdown. I spent some time at practice today. I had an opportunity to go up and talk with the boys, and they're ready. But it's one of those games that if you can't get yourself psyched up, if you can't come out and take care of business, if you let this Rapid River Rocket team in a little bit, they're going to take advantage of it, and you don't want to walk out of here with a loss.
Rapid River comes in. They are 2-4 on the campaign so far this year. Indians at 5-1, 3-1 overall in the conference. They need this win to set up a potential conference title game next week, where if they beat Pickford, they'd earn a tie in the conference. If they lose this one, they're out of the running. And Pickford, of course, trying to get through the week to play for the conference title outright next week. But they're in a big matchup tonight, 1 versus 2 in the E.U.P. as Pickford goes to Norway. St. Ignace will be in Rudyard, Indian River at Pellston, Gaylord St. Mary's at Whittemore Prescott. All of those games feature teams that are currently projected to be in the playoff picture, with Rudyard currently the last team out for the second straight year.
Absolutely. The conference is represented well in the playoff picture, Dan. It's a strong conference again. There are some teams that are struggling a little bit, but at the top, we really have some teams that are working hard and have a shot. If you look at the playoff picture a little bit, I was looking at the top 25 teams in 8-man Division I, 8-player Division I, and we're represented well. And this game is so important in that regard for us. No JV game this week.
Well, that's going down out on the playground right now.
And so they brought up some players to be able to be here. Let me get out of the way. Coach Smith's on his way up to get ready. He's going to be on the phones up here for the Newberry Indians as always. And it's a must-win for us, Dano. No JV game. We brought up a few JV players that they're going to get a chance to play, I hope. And then we got Pickford next week at home. Huge. We're going to be doing both the JV and the varsity game next week.
That's right.
And then we come home for
Manistee
Catholic Central, who's 3-3 right now. So we're definitely not out of the woods. We're definitely not assured anything. And right now we're still playing for the conference. And the conference is huge. You want to win that conference. It helps your team get more players in for the all-conference honors. There's so much to play for. The Indians now warmed up, ready to go. Rapid River over here on the side, they're getting ready to go. The officials did the toss. And from what I could see, it looked like Rapid River won the toss, and then they took the ball. So the Indians will have the ball for the second half, Dano.
As they say in the great movie Dodgeball, bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see if that pays off. Your playoff rankings here in the top 25, Coach. There's only one team in that top 25 with 3 losses. You have no room to give up ground if you want to keep your quest to get to the Dome alive later this season. We are going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have kickoff in tonight's contest between the Rockets and the Indians. With M123 FM, the E.U.P Sports Network.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Lewis County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Lewis County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
Are you tired of squinting and straining to see the world around you? Dr. Derek Dake and the team at Northern Lights Vision Center in Newberry is committed to bringing the beauty of clear vision back into your life. Whether you're in need of new eyeglasses or contact lenses, Northern Lights Vision Center has many choices to choose from. Say goodbye to blurry vision and hello to a world of clarity and color. Your journey to a clearer vision starts with a simple call by calling 906-291-2015 to set up an appointment. Let Northern Lights Vision Center light up your world.
The things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias. We put ports in. We remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
It's a huge inventory reduction sale at Newberry Motors. Get a 2014 Chevy Silverado Crew 4x4 with 152,000 miles for only $19,995 or best offer. With over $2 million in pre-owned late model inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs that gotta go. It's a huge inventory reduction sale happening now at Newberry Motors, your locally owned family-run dealer. Call 906-293-5104 or find us on South M123 in Newberry.
All right, that is the American Legion color presenting the colors tonight. Big thank you to them. Always good to see the coach just about ready for kickoff. Let's go with our Newberry Motors keys to the game tonight. First for the Indians, so take care of business here on the road in Rapid River.
Well, I think they need to play clean. I think they have the ball over, not just come out and do what they do, of course, and play well within the kicking game. And I think we're going to be okay, Dan.
For this game, Rapid River is going to come in. Know how homecomings are for the home team. The road teams hate them. The home teams love them. You know you're going to get an effort that probably hasn't been seen by Rapid River, and they've had a tough. One good night tonight, they can flip the entire script on their season. They're up and focused, ready to go. Strong start, and remind the Rockets that they are favorites to come in here and win. That's going to be huge for this team, because I think the longer you let them hang around, the more Rapid River has a chance to make things, even if they don't win this ball game, more difficult than the Indians want it to be.
I think we saw it last week with our own homecoming. We came out and played inspired and played well and played above all the stuff that goes on during homecoming. And you're absolutely right, Daniel. The start's going to be important here for the Indians. And looking at the Rapid River team start and go through their warm-ups, Coach Dake and he commented to me, it's a big football team. Their quarterback throws pretty well. They don't do too much that's real fancy. They run in them against you, and they're going to have to keep our offense off the field. That's going to be key for them, I think
that the coin toss with them taking the ball, which is becoming less and less common, they like to play physical. I think they're going to come out and try and chew up a bunch of clock early on in this ball game.
I think exactly that's what they would like to do. Defensively, though, we've been pretty strong, and we do things pretty well. We got the big grizzly bear, big Pavy in the middle, and that's going to be tough. We're pretty healthy, which is good, and we'd like to stay that way. I don't want to jinx us. And if we do this right, we should be able to see a lot of kids get in and play some football here this evening.
JV Lubkert kicks off. Matthew Lubkert, one of the sophomores, up off the knee of the return man. He'll pounce right on top of it. Good start for the Indians. Not bad field position if you're the Rockets.
No, that's about average. We're pretty close. Coach Dake always kid a little bit. It's about the 35. Right now, they're at about the 32, right in the middle of the field. They're going from left to right for us here. They're heading into the clock. That means Newberry will have the clock in the second period.
We're going to see a pistol I formation here. You'll see a lot of toss. They can pound it up the middle. Like you said, good size up front. I saw the Rockets play Engadine back in week 1. They were really good, and they're not afraid to throw the football out of a power set.
We start with a 4-man run and with 4 linebackers up tight. They try to dive off tackle, but Newberry is right there to make the stop, and that looks like Depew that came up and made a clean tackle for the Indians. Going to bring up second down and about, I would say, 7 for the Rockets.
Kennedy Depew has been really impressive for the Indians.
Looks like Newberry lined up maybe in the neutral zone. Yeah, we're a little bit tight. Looks like encroachment on the Indians. And we are uptight, Dano. We are daring them to throw and be this deep.
Well, I think the plan is if we can just match up on the edge with our athletes, we'll take our chance in a physical fight up in the line of scrimmage.
It was easy to see. I think we could see it from here. Off tackle again, fullback lead. Stuff, though, up inside. Is that Hamilton, the big linebacker? 62 comes up.
Hamilton.
And puts a hammer on him. On with Gabe Luck. Gotta like that Luck kid, Dan. He's having another good year. A great year last year. And he's going to get some looks when it comes time for all-star games and those kinds of things on the end.
He was an all-UP dream teamer at defensive end, on pace to do that again this year. You'll see Hamilton, depending on the set tonight, either drop from the nose or back to that linebacker spot.
After the penalty, it was short for the Rockets to get. They line up kind of a double wing off to the side here, Dano.
A straight sweep here with their tailback taking the snap. Good job by Rahali. Maddie comes and fills. Along with Hamilton, Depew, Brian Nelson, all coming together on the stop there.
Nelson getting involved right away. He's all over the football and all over the place right now. I don't think he liked having that penalty called on him and giving up 5 yards to the Rockets.
Rapid River just shy of midfield here on a 2nd and 8, 10:25 to go. Opening quarter just underway. Glad to have you along. A deep eye formation, fumbled snap, picked up, and that's just going to turn.
That's going to cost them
worse.
But they're going to blow that early, and he's going to get a good spot. I won't say a lucky spot, but a good spot because they blew that dead early. Hamilton said, not over here, not right now. He read it well.
Third and about 8 now, maybe 9. Real generous spot as the Rockets almost made it worse by not falling on it. Another deep eye, 7 yards off the ball. They'll go boot to the left. Looking to throw. Indians in pursuit. Raholly drags them down. It's a short gain and a 4th down decision coming up for the Rockets, who want to chew time. 9:35 to go here in the first.
Well, they did end up pulling a first down, so not too bad. It did take the penalty, I think, to help get them there. Brings up 4th down. Let's see what they're going to do here. The smart play is to punt. Although I didn't see them punt during the warm-ups. Looks like they're in a punt formation. They 7 deep.
He's about 7. He's right on the money.
It could be a scrimmage kick formation, or they could run it out of here, or throw it for sure. Not sure what they're going to do.
High snap. He went up and got it. Low kick. Raholly catches it on a bullet at the 37. Room back the other way. Raholly breaks a tackle, stepped out of bounds on the far side, and Newberry will have a great start deep into Rapid River territory as Raholly snatched right on a rope and went up the right side.
Whenever your punt return on a dead run for the Rockets to get downfield, most of that, I think, on his zone, and a nice return for the Indians. They start 1st and 10 from the Rockets 35.
We'll start in L. Nutkins under center with the Pew and Raholly in the backfield. Toss to the outside. Good block. Raholly cuts it in, and he is gone. Matty Raholly, first play from scrimmage. It's a touchdown, his 9th rushing TD this season, and the Indians strike first. They lead it 6-0.
Exactly what the Rockets didn't want to have happen, Dano. They wanted to try and draw this thing out. They wanted it to just hang around and keep it close. That's a tough way to start for the Rockets. But nice blocking there for sure by the Indians' offensive line, and Raholly made a nice run. And until they stop that, I assume we're going to run that for a while. PAT2 set up. Twins less split right, one back to Pew in the backfield with motion. Looks like Caduti. Snap to Nutkins. He rolls right. Throws out wide to Raholly. Good for the 2-point conversion. The Indians are up 8-0 with 8:51 left to go in the first, Dano.
Good job by the Indians as they strike first on their opening play. 8-0 here in the first. Do want to welcome everybody in tonight as we are broadcasting live from the deck in Rapid River. We've been through worse
we are
setups.
Outside. We have. This is really nice. It's it's roofed here, and it's right next to the press box. We got electricity. We got kind of a windbreak. We get to see all the Newberry fans off to our left here. They had a good turnout of fans up here. I'm glad that you joined us. If you can't be here,
I will say the disclaimer of the night is we are outside in the middle of the woods, and the video may cut or blur up from time to time.
Lewicki with another nice kick, not too bad, but bobbled a little bit again by the return man for the Rockets, but he jumps on it, and they'll start back here on about their own 25-yard line.
I'm glad you're paying attention.
Hopefully
I'm trying to be the tech guy.
You're doing tech, you're producing here at the same time. Hopefully that the Rockets now can get a drive going for themselves, keep Indians offense off the clock, but the Indians are going to run that 4-4, Coach Dick. They're still up tight. I don't see any change. You predicted this on the way up. Of course, when we get to ride together, we talk football all the way up. We'll talk it all the way home, that's for sure.
Straight dive. Mohar meets it there. Good, tough run forward. Pavey ripping the man back as well. And that's going to work for the Rockets. 3-4 yards at a time. Try to suck you in and then maybe sneak something by you on the outside.
We're definitely going to see it, and we're definitely going to see him throw the ball. You got to force Newberry to come out of this 4-4 set, and the only way you're going to do that is to throw over their head 1 or 2 times here. Then they're going to have to back up and get out of it.
Snap here. They'll fake the fullback, go to the tailback. Nothing doing there. Pavey in the middle on that one.
Pavey having a night right now. You just can't block the big guy. They're putting 2 guys on him, and they still can't get him moved around. He's a tough force to be dealt with there in the middle.
Something to keep an eye on for the Indians. Coach Smithson just whispered into my ear, Matthew Rahali, a little dinged up early on in this ball game, is not out there defensively right now for the Tribe. See him with his helmet off kind of at the end of the bench on the far sideline there. Snap, roll, good pressure. Short pass and no chance to step into it. That's Brian Nelson just meeting his man off the edge to force the incompletion.
Well, brings up 4th down again. We'll see if we see a different punt formation. I hope that they get into an actual stretch here.
Rahali coming back out to return the punt. Must have got the okay. Probably have to chop the kid's leg off to keep him out of a ball game. Rapid again in that short set. About 7. Now he backs up to about 9, and that's going to be a penalty, isn't it?
Whistle. Changing the footballs here. Trying to get a... What happened, Dan? We got a penalty?
The punter moved.
Somebody's wiggling.
The punter moved up to 5 and then dropped back to 10.
Apparently he can't reset. I think he should be able to reset. I don't know.
Low snap.
Snap, tight.
High kick. Rahali's going to get under this
kick.
one.
Gives them time.
From the 47. Rahali comes to the near side. It has a block. Rahali up the sideline. Rahali cuts it back.
Yeah.
He's in, but a flag behind the play, back at the 45-yard line. And Matthew Rahali, that's going to be the 4th touchdown this season. That's been called back on him. 2 picks and now 2 kicks.
It was a clear clip. It looked like clearly clipped the guy in the back.
Ben Rahali's probably coming out to meet somebody.
But those things happen. We need to clean those things up, though, for sure. That's something that doesn't have to happen. That's just concentration and focus to say, if it's not in the face above the waist, let's not hit the guy. Because not only does it delete the touchdown, but it brings us back plus the penalty from where the infraction happened. We're going to back up from there instead of not clipping the guy. But nobody does it on purpose. These are young men, and they play hard, and they do the very best they can. But hopefully if we learn from that, we won't do it again, and we won't do it to the rest of the season. That's for sure.
7:19 to go. It is 8-0 Indians. Their second drive. The opener was a one-play 35-yard score. And the Indians going to spread it out here. They'll go back with their, and Newberry's not lined up right.
We're offsides over here.
Yep. So another penalty will back it up for the Tribe. They tried to go empty with Mohar and Nutkin's near side. Luck is spread out wide to the far side. Now Rahali takes it. Bubble to DePew. Great block by Luck. That's why he's out there. DePew up the sidelines. Turns on the Jets. There's that track sprint speed. And Kennedy DePew just get out behind the big fella and go. And across midfield. And back to the 35-yard or 25-yard line, first down.
We had Coach Dake pointing right off the bat saying it's open there on the bubble, and it was. And away we went for a nice gain for Kennedy DePew. Brings up 1st and 10 for the Indians, Dano, at the Rapid 24.
Same look. Rahali goes draw straight up the gut. Big lane. Great block downfield by Pavey. And Matthew Rahali shoots out of the pack with a 25-yard touchdown run.
He tucked himself right up behind Big Pavey, kind of tiptoed a little bit. Pavey gave a guy a shove. He broke it out to the left with a kick of the leg, and he was gone.
14-0 with the try to come here for the Tribe. So far, so good on this Friday night here in Rapid River. Actually turned into a pretty decent night for the first
I was
Friday in
just thinking
October.
that not too bad right now. We don't have any rain pouring on us.
I
knock
shouldn't
on
have
wood.
said that.
No, it's probably going to storm now. But if you're cuddled warm at home, enjoy the game. I hope you're dumping it to your TV and enjoying us here.
Oh, they fake
on
Kadooty
M123 FM.
and counter back. Nice little wrinkle there, and the Tribe make it 16-0 here in the first.
7:05 left to go. Rockets will come back out, and we'll see if they can field this kickoff cleanly. They've had some pretty good blocking up front on their kick return. They just haven't been able to field the ball cleanly.
And one.
Is that Lewicki to kick?
That is Lubkert.
Lubkert to kick.
Matthew Lubkert sends this one, fielded at the 31. Rockets will come back. They'll try to go far side. Skip with the tackle.
The King made the play. Last week's homecoming King came up. Not a bad little return. And we're right above the 35-yard line.
He doesn't care about anybody else's homecoming.
No.
The one true King.
So the Indians are going to play that 4-4. They're going to stay up tight. The Rockets haven't shown that they can get the edge, and they haven't shown they can throw over our head yet. So we'll wait and see what happens here. Their third offensive possession. Punt on the first two.
Couple of first downs early, but nothing moving to sustain for the Rockets. They're going to go double wing. Now they'll reverse it back to the other side. Great job by Jacob Mohar. Coach, he broke down. He stayed home, waited for that guy to come back to him. And a good play in the open field by Mohar.
Along with Pavey came in and mopped up afterwards. And when Pavey gets the mop out and decides to finish the job,
I tell you what,
not much you can do.
The last 2 weeks, Ethan Pavey has taken his game to a different level. He was pretty good before.
He has. He's shown improvement and continues to improve. And you know what, Dano? Kid's just a junior.
Snap. Straight ahead. Nelson comes in with their first bone-crunching hit of the game nominee right off the edge. And Nelson been strong on that backside defensive end. He's playing to the short side, and he's shooting backside, doing a great job.
Had a great angle there coming down the line of scrimmage, not dipping into the backfield and then having to spoon, kind of dip your way back up towards the ball carrier. Took a step across, came right down the line of scrimmage, and made a great play.
First time spread out for the Rockets. They go two here to the near side. One to the far side. It's like Newberry spread gun, and Luck is there with a quarterback sack. He leads the team. That'll be 6.5 on the season.
Rockets trying to get that ball out, trying to get that pass. We're going to have to get that ball out a lot quicker as the quarterback here. They had some short routes trying to get some success early there, but Gabe Luck was too much. Came up and made a great open field tackle. Looks like we have timeout Rapid River.
They're going to talk it over as Newberry strong again on third down, putting it in a deep down and distance. We talked in the pregame about some of the other games going on. Alcona at Augrey Sims, Rogers City at Mayo, North Central is at Superior Central tonight, and Crystal Falls at Ontonagon, Engadine, and Bel Air, and the Eagle Bowl tomorrow. How about Engadine trying to make it 4 in a row and get on the plus side of 500? Taking care of the business that they built.
You said, Dan, that there's an outside chance for
them. They have a strong chance to finish 6-3. That doesn't do the job anymore. But in that Division II race, it's always interesting to see how the points fall because there's not as big as swings. Don't typically gain as many points, and that might hurt the Eagles because one of their wins was a forfeit. If they could have played or filled, but still, after an 18-game losing streak and 3 straight losing seasons, Charlie Fosdick has them playing for a 500 record. Punt comes out of bounds. They learn their lesson on Raleigh, and the Indians will take over.
That's right where I would kick it if I'm kicking it to Raleigh. Right out there out of bounds is a good place for it. Now let's come down and play defense.
5:25 to go as the Indians get at their own 45-yard line. 2 drives, 2 scores. Kennedy Depew, a big catch to set up the Rahalli run last time.
Wouldn't surprise me to see him come back to that bubble. I mean,
Nutkins in the gun.
Rahalli split left.
Luck goes far side again. DePue will be the man in the backfield. Snap here. Dumps it down. Nice little drag pass. Out of bounds. Still in. Mohar. Oh, and a big block downfield by Nutkins. The quarterback coming to get in on the action, coach. Got to love that. You don't just throw the ball in the camp out.
That's right. It's what you do away from the ball. And that's the kind of guy who's going to throw it, come down and get you a block. I love it.
How about Jacob Mohar on one leg?
Playing on one leg, playing tough. Just a hard-nosed kid who plays and plays and plays.
If I would have tried to cut back with one good ACL on that play, you would have had to drag me into that garage over there. Same formation. Oh, no, they go tight up front. Oh, high snap. Nutkins will go back. He's got a chance. He's going to try, and he's drugged down, and it's a huge loss, minus 20 for the Tribe and their first signs of issues tonight, as that one got sent halfway to the left. Not good for the Indians.
We're almost in the parking lot, Dano. That was quite a drag. It's going to be first down and a scenic stretch to go here with 4 as the Indians lead 16-0. Let's see what Coach Austin and Coach Klickner come up with here. That's right. We're all right here.
Ethan Stilson into the ball game, getting a shot here.
A little bit excited.
Yep.
Snapped it 4 feet over his head.
That one perfect, right in the gut. DePue cuts it back, makes a juke. DePue breaks a tackle. DePue spins off, stiff arms a guy on the way to the ground. Yards after contact, coach, for Kennedy DePue.
Good blocking by your offensive line up front. You got your receivers getting downfield, throwing a block, and good hard running by DePue, as we always see out of that guy.
He had the game winner last week against St. Ignace, but earlier in that game, he had a run where he was hit 2 yards on the backfield and drug guys 15 yards upfield for a key first down late in that ball game.
So 3rd and 6, Dano. That's not bad.
You'll take it on the plus side of the field. And that one, again, over and up. And then Nutkins gets popped. It's a live ball. It squirts out of bounds.
Not sure what Nutkins was attempting there.
Rapid River coach Jack Smith says, hey, we got to go get the ball.
Turn and kick it out of bounds was Nutkins' choice. So that backs us up again towards the parking lot. And
we like this 45-yard line.
We're back to 4th down in a mile.
4th.
And we're going to punt.
Yep.
Well, we're showing punt.
We got the right distance on the snap for it here as the Indians. So they go big gain, loss, big gain, loss, and couldn't get out of their own way. And the Rockets with the break here as the Indians, we got a hold up.
We'll get Ethan settled down there.
Referees are talking here.
I don't think you can.
Coach Dake says they're talking about the quarterback just kicking the ball out of bounds. I wondered what had happened on that.
I see longtime referee Tommy Rahalli to my left. I might have to yell at Rawls and see if it's legal to kick.
We can bring in the Mike Pereira.
Tommy, can he turn sideways and just kick it out of bounds from the ground? That's illegal, Tommy says, and they're going to back. Tommy gives us the word, and
it's like we
got
to
back us up some more.
The Fox Sports official cut in here with the head of referees.
Went to our head of referees, and he says, no.
So now
we can't do that.
Even further.
So 4th and 35, we're going to run out of digits on the scoreboard if we don't punt it soon, Dan.
DePue will take the snap. Nice boot.
Boomer.
High coverage is going to get there. It'll take an Indians bounce, then come back in the mud. Rahalli says, enough of this. I'm going to down it. And the Rockets will get it where? Right at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line will go again.
Yeah. So Rapid has a chance here late in the quarter, 16-0, 3:17 to go in the first.
We'll see if Rapid can take over. That's a break for them, for Newberry to make those mistakes. They get an opportunity to get their offense back on the field, and most importantly, that keeps Newberry's offense off the field.
Out of the shotgun with the wing. They're coming near side option. Nothing doing. Late pitch.
Oh, no.
Almost stolen by Nelson, who does come up with it. Coach Dick stepping in as Coach Puckett takes a break here real quick. And that thing was almost snatched straight out of midair. But good job by Nelson to secure it for the Indians.
They're switching the ball out. I didn't see it. Newberry must have got that ball.
Nelson had it hit him in the chest and then picked it up off the hop. But if he catches that on the pitch, he's gone. So it'll be a forced fumble with the recovery for Nelson. And the Indians back on top. It hit him right in the chest. And then a good job by Nelson not to give up on the play. Scooped it up for the Indians who are at the 24. They'll go Depew. Cuts up the middle. Nice job stepping in. Rapid River's got a pretty solid defenseman. Seen him play a couple of times this year. The couple of big guys up front in this formation. Brad Taylor. Grady Smith is another good one. A senior. Smith was an all-conference player a year ago. There is a rocket down, so we'll step aside, come back here. Late first quarter, Indians on top. 16.
The things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias. We put ports in. We remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health.
Are you tired of squinting and straining to see the world around you? Dr. Derek Dake and the team at Northern Lights Vision Center in Newberry is committed to bringing the beauty of clear vision back into your life. Whether you're in need of new eyeglasses or contact lenses, Northern Lights Vision Center has many choices to choose from. Say goodbye to blurry vision and hello to a world of clarity and color. Your journey to a clearer vision starts with a simple call by calling 906-291-2015 to set up an appointment. Let Northern Lights Vision Center light up your world.
We are back here in Rapid River. Eddie Forsland, the injured Rocket, walks off under his own power. It'll set up a 2nd and 5 here for the Rockets.
We got a tight left here.
Different look. Or Indians with the ball after the fumble. Nutkins, deep ball, jump. Rahali had it in his hands, and they're going to throw a flag. We've seen a couple of those go the other way. I don't know what you do as a defender there, Coach.
He's right there in position. I didn't see what he did.
Rahali on the jump. Nice adjustment. Couldn't come down with it. And Newberry's going to get a first down off of the penalty.
He has every right to go for that football in that position.
Rahali screened him out almost like a basketball player where he's boxing out for a rebound. And he almost really fell into the defender who goes, what am I supposed to do? And he's talking to the back judge about it. And they will call it. It's going to be a first down for the Tribe.
It really makes me nervous when the officials get together and start talking. If you make a call, make a call.
They'll march it off 10 yards. It's going to spot the ball at about the 13-yard line, and the Indians will keep the drive going. Getting the ball back after a tough offensive possession where they punted, but Brian Nelson jumped the option play, forced a fumble, and got it back for the Indians. Nutkins is going to go draw. Oh, that was speed option to the outside, but Nutkins keeps it the whole way and just plows straight forward. Nutkins will pick up about 4.
The end went for the running back, so he's got to run it up inside. That's his read.
Nutkins been getting more involved in the running game, not just a pure passer. His return has really helped the defense as well. Another guy on that back end who can cover and support the run. Rahali comes near side. Gabe Luck has been spread outside to get the Indians an extra backer. DePew a quick shift. He's to the right of Nutkins. They'll go to Kennedy. He'll take it. Great block by Rahali on the edge. And DePew is in. Touchdown, Indians. And that's just winning your matchups all across the board. And the Indians add to it.
Well, Kennedy Pugh, you can tell he's a wrestler because he's got great balance. He can keep his feet on any contact, and it showed right there.
He has used that experience well here this season. Indians make it 22-0 with the point after try coming up. 1:52 to go here in the first. 3 of their first 4 drives, touchdowns for the Tribe. Nutkins has to sprint back in. Nobody came. Well, they came about as far as they could. We've seen Kadudi. We've seen Kadudi counter. We're going to see a flip of the script here.
There we go. Got a tight end in this time. Yep. And they flipped it.
They put Luck out there. Mohar's playing tight end. Oh, intercepted.
Got to go get him. Okay.
He dropped it.
He dropped
That's what happened there. So the conversion no good. Rapid River sees that move one too many times, and they're stuck at 22-0. I wouldn't really say stuck because things for the Indians here.
We're taking care of business. We just got to, and we're going to be fine. But I'm going to tell you something. Rapid River showed up to play. They're not going to give up.
We said the same thing about Superior Central last week. I mean, we are going to see a completely realigned Lakes 8 next year based on school size division instead of because a lot of teams just don't want to play anymore. Up the sideline, spin tackle, spin, and finally ripped down in bounds. Hard return by the Rockets, and they get back.
Dan, when you talk about that people have a hard time scheduling games. They want to schedule certain teams. Do you think some of that comes from when everybody made the playoffs almost? I mean, with a winning record, we went through and people were used to that, and towns got used to it. I hope that we focus on winning our conference and letting the rest take care of itself.
If that's the reason, I have absolutely no problem with it. But if that's the reason you're using to cover up for other reasons, and that's when I have a problem with it. There's no reason that a Pickford should be going all the way to Norway tonight when Cedarville's 11 miles down the road.
Certainly merits conversation, Dano.
There's no reason. We thought we had solved this problem because the schools couldn't afford to travel, and less schools have transportation. So the days of Newberry going to Bessemer or going to Ironwood were
that's right. But we're focused on this game right now. Minute 12 and counting in the first quarter. Newberry up 22-0.
Flat pass. They complete it. The big fella hooking back in. Nice hands there. Rapid River completes the throw. Number 2, just on the little out route. That's Tucker Carlson, a senior offensive lineman in the program, but coach, he's got hands.
A well-executed play, just something to build on. And the offense moves a little bit. Spread out now, Dano, a new look. That forces Newberry to go to the 3-man front.
Snap here. Draw. Nice job coming up and meeting him. Good hard run by the Rockets. Direct snap to the running back. Or for the Rockets, just plunging straight forward.
Yeah, if he spins, we got single wing, which I could talk about forever. Number 40 for the Indians.
Ethan Harrison with the carry. 40's Hobson for the Tribe.
The King gets him. Gets a tackle.
Tough spot there for Rapid River. They blocked that really well. The problem is you're starting 7 yards behind the ball.
Yeah.
And that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Indians on top. They lead at 22-0 as we step aside here in Rapid River. It's the Indians and the Rockets with them on 23. FM.
Dr. Igor Sedekov is a board-certified dermatologist joining the Helen Newberry Joy team at the Gibson Family Health Clinic.
So the primary focus of me being here is a cancer detection, skin cancer detection in the community and the management of a chronic dermatologic disease.
Some people can be genetically predisposed to skin cancers, while overexposure to sunlight can cause other skin cancers. Dr. Sedekov says sunlight is healthy, but
Avoiding blistering sunburn is achieved. A little bit of a tanning is beneficial for maintaining vitamin D levels, maintaining mental health, and a number of other health conditions. If there is a one-liner that can be paid attention to is avoiding blistering sunburns. That would be the number one priority.
the good news, treatment is close to home.
Approximately 95 to 98% of conditions, the care can be provided locally without the local patients traveling anywhere else.
Make an appointment with Dr. Sedekov today at the Gibson Family Health Clinic. Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
In Rapid River.
The Indians, Rapid doesn't punt, Dano.
Well, they went for it at their
They
own
went for
38. Nothing to lose at this point.
They showed a little bit of a punt.
And Brook, Jeff
They ended
Puckett.
up getting it.
Bruce Dake, glad to have you along here. A nice night on the deck. We get to heckle the fans and have a good time.
A pretty good turnout of fans here.
Nobody shoved us back in the closet.
Not yet, no. No one's come to throw me over the edge, but it's early yet, Dano.
Snap here.
Rockets with that spread.
Yep.
Newberry's pressure.
Underthrown. Rahali picks it. He's going the other way, and he's probably yelling at guys not to touch anybody. A wall of blockers ran out of bounds.
Yeah, we had a player at one time by the name of Jimmy Bordelais. Yeah, I'm sure he won't mind me saying that, who we eventually said, Jimmy, if we intercept or anything, if the play's ahead of you, take a knee, because Jimmy just couldn't help himself from hitting something or somebody, and that was the only way to stop him from getting penalties. If he's listening, hello, Jimmy. Love you, buddy. Hello to Brendan Walker. Walk, how you doing? I know you're listening if you can. Ryan Rivard and the rest of all my former players and friends, welcome, and I hope you're enjoying the game this evening. Newberry leads 22-0, 11:27 left to go in the half, Dano.
Hobson going to come in the backfield here as part of the split set. Bufford, the other running back, Rahali at QB. So the Indians shaking things up here early in the second quarter with a 22-0 lead. Couple of watch parties tonight down at the American Legion again.
Fantastic. Nice to see them.
And out at the Big Lake Tavern at Pine Bluff
Hello
Resort.
to the those folks, man. I love the Big Lake Tavern. The food out there is outstanding. Great people to visit with. Two great big TVs.
Coach Mendoza tells me they're looking for a cook. I told them it was a bad idea.
Well,
because there would be nothing left for the customer.
If you get a chance to get out there, go out and sit with some friends, have a beer, and have some fun.
They got Michigan, Lions, Packers all on this weekend. Give up the gut. Free plug Friday here on M123 FM.
Third down for the Indians. Got some other folks in the ball game, mixing it up, getting some other guys some playing time, chance to get an opportunity here. Third down for the Indians, about 7 yards to go. On a big homecoming night here in Rapid River for the Rockets.
Power set again here. Hobson and Bufford. Snap. Oh, roll out. Deep ball is there. Rahali sets, fires. Oh, receiver stopped, incomplete. I don't know what happened there.
I'm not sure. Is that was 20? Find a program here.
Spencer Neem. Oh, Spency. It's because he's done all that time repping at quarterback, which is part of the plan again tonight, possibly. The redemption.
Well, they had an opportunity there. Raleigh did hold the ball a little bit long.
My favorite part about this is you run a post, you turn it back into a curl, and then you go up with one of these. Throw the hands in the air. Rahali outside. Turns the corner. Good block. Frees him up. Makes a move. Is he in? Tight along the sideline. Touchdown, Indians.
Need with a nice block that time to get some redemption. Help Raleigh get into the end zone. Brings up 28-0 for the Indians. 9:53 to go
what
in the half.
Spencer's telling him? You owe me one.
So it's been all Newberry Indians here so far, but the Rockets have continued to show some glimmers of a pretty good play now and then. There's certainly no quit in these young men. They work hard and they play hard.
28-0 with the try after. Hobson and Bufford. Hobson, I know, is repped a little running back in practice and with the scout team. I don't think Bufford's been out there. He'll get the toss here. He'll break a tackle. He almost got pushed forward, and Bufford gets his first carry, and it's nothing with 9:53 to go here in this one on a Friday night. Is the final day of youth football across the E.U.P. The flag football championship day is over in Pickford. The Newberry Orange team will be playing in the third place game.
Fantastic.
Newberry Black team looking to pick up their second straight win. Been a great flag football season. Big thank you to a great group of former Newberry football players who came together to coach that group.
That's not always easy. You're fighting parents for some reason.
I don't know
why you're fighting parents about flag football, but you are. And they came out and volunteered their time and effort, and I think they've done a heck of a nice job.
Take down there from behind the play. Great effort and a stop for the Indians. Rapid River will prepare to take over. 7th and 8th grade, their playoff day is in St. Ignace, where Engadine will be playing Brimley. Good luck to the Junior Eagles.
Absolutely.
St. Ignace and Pickford, both in both championship games at the youth level. The Indians, Junior Indians, at home, 2:00 against Munising in a late season non-conference. Each team can go out of the league for one, so the Mustangs come into town.
Nice play for the Rockets, kind of an option look. Certainly a pitch got a little bit ahead of them there, but still behind the line of scrimmage.
9:43.
A nice gain. 2nd down and 5 now for the Rockets. Indians still uptight, Daniel.
Dunbar in at defensive end defensively. Tally Cox going to play a little safety. Indians. Trips look. Far side for Rapid River. Indians a little confusion on how to match up. He'll swing it out to the big fella. He'll rumble through. It'll be enough for a first down for the Rockets. And I know that's not a look that the Indians saw too much of on film.
Definitely takes Newberry out of that 4-4 look. And a well-executed play by the Rockets.
Good look there. Rockets do have a new quarterback tonight from the first time that I did see him play earlier this year. I don't know who number 3 is. Evan Horwitz had a big start to the season. Blake Lundquist, number 11, had been a 3-year starter as a senior this year. And Lundquist is in street clothes on the sideline. Full stack. They're just going to try and get to the edge. Good job by Dunbar. Funnels them back in. Spencer Need, Chris Hobson in on the stop.
Dunbar does a nice job. Keeps the outside hand free. Forces to the inside. Shoulder and steps. Forces running back inside to linebackers and big Pavey coming. 8:44 and running here in the first half. Dano Newberry 28-0. With a lot of different guys in the game, and that's good. Guys getting a lot of time here, a lot of experience. A couple of starters still in. Rockets with the bunch formation left, Dano, or right.
Snap here. Give near side. Hobson is there to clean it up. I don't know if there's been a more improved player on this football team than Chris Hobson.
Great hustle that time and a pretty good open field tackle. Brings up 3rd down and about 2.
Rapid will run it under 8 minutes here. Quick in the huddle this time. They're going to spread it out. 2 to the far side. 1 near side. Quick throw on the slant and too far for the short route. Too deep for the too shallow for the deep route.
It came came out a little bit too quick that time before the receivers got into their turn. You want that thrown quick so the ball's there when you're running the double hooks, but it was just thrown just a little bit too quick that time.
In between the two guys. That's what I was trying to say.
4th and short, 4th and 2.
Rockets to go for it out of the eye. This may be straightforward. It is. It's a stand-up, and guess who wins? Pavey. That guy just ran right into Pavey and fell back.
Yeah, he knocked him right down. The big grizzly bear put the belly on him that time, and that was it. And we're going to have an injury timeout.
Rapid has already lost one guy tonight, and they can't afford to lose many more. And there is a trainer here out for Rapid River. Take a look. 7:44 to go, and we will step aside. Indians on top here in this one, 28-0.
Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Stoynoff, and I want to welcome you to Northern Star Chiropractic in Newberry. As the area's leading chiropractor with nearly 2 decades of experience, I'll get you straightened out and back in the game in no time at all. Nobody has a passion for your care like Northern Star Chiropractic. Come see and feel what we can do for you today. 906-291-2300, Northern Star Chiropractic, downtown Newberry.
Yeah. And Newberry takes over.
Back here in Rapid River, Brad Taylor was the ball carrier. He comes up and takes a walk over. Good to see him off under his own power. And that's going to give it back to the Indians on the 4th down stop. 7:44 to go before the half, and the Indians are going to take a timeout here as they get their personnel in order.
$7:44 to go in the half, Dan. Just had a little injury timeout.
The Indians call one here on the backside.
They're going to get organized, get straightened out. 1st down and 10 for the Indians. They put up 28 so far. They had one called back on a clip on a punt return from Rahali. You said that's been 4 of those.
2 interceptions,
this year.
A kick, and a punt.
We'll try to get that cleaned up for sure, and we will.
He's still got like 15 overall. More than that. He's pushing 20.
I did think that we'd play a little bit cleaner. I'm a little I hope that we're able to clean some of that up here for the rest of this game and then on through to halftime.
So we break the huddle. We'll try to get the new pieces for you as we work our way around here. Neebs at tight end. Lewicki is in at quarterback. Cut back here, Nelson, who's the 3rd string, not really the 3rd string back, but the 3rd guy that Rahali and DePue almost an even split on carries coming into the week. And then Nelson is about 10 or 15 back. He'll be the lead horse next year as Kennedy DePue.
Who's in at quarterback then? Is that
Lewicki?
Garrett Lewicki's in.
Yep, Garrett Lewicki from the JVs.
The sophomore.
Give here to Nelson again. Got ripped down high. I'm telling you.
The big man.
Yep, that's flag coming in. Grady Smith is kind of a diamond in the rough over here.
He's big. He's got pretty good feet. And a pretty strong kid.
And another player down.
Looks like an Indian here.
Is it Nelson on the
carry? I think it's Nelson.
Zach Klickner going to come straight across. Joe Austin is past his running days. He'll get there, though. He'll help on the return trip.
He will. 6:54 to go. The Indians lead 28-0. We've had a couple of injury timeouts here. We have the certified trainer here from the Rapid sidelines, comes out to help Zach take a look. We have, of course, our assistant coach Joe Smithson up here, who's
certified
paramedic historian.
Yeah.
In case he
on the field.
Not bad. Comes
Rudy to
Coach Mendoza to come in, take a look.
Yep, he's got the coat on. He was giving kids crap the game. Kids asked him where the coats were. When everybody arrived was, we don't need any coats. Any coats. His coat.
And he's got a coat.
I believe it's Nelson.
Okay.
High. Not dirty, just two kids trying to make a play.
Yeah. They got him up off the ground.
Running hard like Nelson and a big man like Smith. Neither of them.
The big man, he's okay. To patted him on the back. A great show of sport.
They're going to take Nelson over here to the far sideline.
To have a talk with the trainer here.
Well, the trainer's busy. As we take you down to the bench.
Rockets on the bench and now a Newberry Indian.
Yeah.
Looks like Ben Rahali's over there. Ben making room. He's going to stay involved. Nelson's going to take a break.
Yep.
He's in line to get a little bit of treatment here. I'm sure he's just fine.
Gets the water from the coach.
So continue. Referee ready to blow the whistle, ready for play, and there it goes.
Third Nate coming here. He gets the play. Threw a flag. You were right.
Flag? I don't know.
We play on.
Apparently. We're going to wind the clock. Indians come to the line.
Cox goes wide to the left. We've buffered here to the near side. Hobson at tight end. The give here up the gut, Lubkert. And Matthew Lubkert makes it 4th and short.
Great block by Stilson that time. Is he 64?
Yes.
At center, he came in and took that big nose man and just turned him and buried him. So great block by young Stilson.
4th down. 5 and probably the length of a football here as we come up midway through the second quarter. Some confusion for the Indians. Cox will go wide. 50 comes near side. Do not know who that is. Lubkert next to Lewicki. Fake. Good job on the boot pass. The drag's there. Neeb can't quite haul it in. Incomplete. And the Rockets get a stop.
And they take over on downs. Indians defense now takes the field. 28-0. Still the Indians lead with 5:57 and counting here in the second quarter.
Somebody's got a jersey change.
It's a little bit difficult because they brought some players up, so they had to make some changes number-wise, but we're trying to get caught up here.
And this doesn't have any of the JVs on it. So that's not going to help. Give here right side. Rapid. Nice run. Hard into the sticks.
But he's up and he was okay.
Rapid ain't going to shy away in this thing, man.
No, it's their homecoming. They're going to play right till the end. They've been tough and playing hard the whole game. I haven't seen them shy away from anything, that's for sure. And the Indians continue to play hard. It's been a hard-hitting game down.
Rockets on their third different ball carrier.
It's like the back judges. Official sideline warning.
Oh.
They didn't have the marker set. Okay.
Officials timeout. We're ready to go. Second and short. They're going to toss near side. Good job by the Indians. That's a tough hit. Rahali and Mohar. Or no. How about that? Tally Cox coming in to clean up the play.
Dunbar again, stretching it out, waiting for help, and help came.
Here comes Liam Nillette coming over to check on Nelson. Nillette suffered a knee injury a couple of weeks ago. His senior season coming to a disappointing end. He really came on strong second half of last year. As that end opposite side of luck. They're going to go fullback dive here. Rahali drives him back. Forward progress and the whistle. We'll stop it there. Buffered on the back end of this defense with Cox. They go Dunbar, Hobson at the nose. Craig Whalen's now in at the far side defensive end.
Whalen played a whale of a ball game, pun intended, last week for homecoming.
Craig's got 3/4 of the Newberry crowd cheering for him, and the Indians wrap it right up. 4th down coming up.
He's one of those orangutan looking guys that I like with knuckles kind of dragging on the ground. A great, big, strong kid, and he's only going to get better rep after rep.
Just goes.
He just goes.
Doesn't think, just goes, and sometimes that's okay.
Right now it is. He'll catch up with everything else as he learns the game.
Yeah, Whalen was not a youth football guy. Another one who came out late. Tally Cox his first year playing. Hobson played part-time last year, but nowhere near the role he's had this year, and he's been fantastic. Give here. Big run. Kennedy Depew. Kennedy Depew. All alone. Kennedy Depew could.
Mohar, Gabe Luck, those guys blocking downfield all the way down to the end zone. It's what you do away from the ball. Jude Taylor also blocking his tail off.
Yep, at the far side tackle.
Doesn't get mentioned enough. He really doesn't. And it's just because he's solid. He does so many things right for you over there. So 34-0, 4:11 left to go here on a homecoming night. And the Indians ready to go for their point after try. Officials coming in to talk to Joe Austin. Not sure about what, but Coach Austin seems he's barking some direction.
We got
to his guys.
too many big guys up here to be trying to work around a table like this.
It's like Coach Schmitzen is on his way out. Maybe he's going to go take a look.
He's going to go get
some
a hot
of these
dog.
things and get a hot dog probably, but there he goes. I want to say hello to his lovely wife, who's a Notre Dame fan.
A what?
That's what I said. Yeah, she cheers. She cheers for the Irish.
Who? What high school is that?
Here we go. Line it up. Looks like Caduti. And
what's he
I'm
on?
not sure what the official wants.
We got to stop. Did they mark him short? They got a 1 first down yard marker.
All right, so he didn't get in. They took it off the scoreboard. How in the hell didn't he get in? He was standing in the end zone, wasn't he, Coach? I don't know. And we look for our director of officials to the left, and he doesn't know. Ooh. I think he's in that time.
Tom Rahali, a former play-by-play voice of the Indians, calls touchdown. I would have ran that one straight to the fence to make sure.
So we're in, and that makes it 34-0 with 4:09 left to go in the first half. And we're going to catch up and do it again. Newberry trying to line up for the kickoff, but those guys are going to have to get their tails off. We do have to run the PAT.
So we're at 34-0.
Things have kind of run amok here, Dan. And we've got guys injured on the sidelines. Coach Schmitzen looks like he's taking Nelson into the locker room to have a talk with him. Snap.
Pass, corner,
Not
caught.
Score.
A tumble.
Okay.
And looking for a number there.
36.
Rahali.
0. 4:09 left
as Daryl Schumer would say, the wheels are coming off the buggy.
So the Indians to kick again.
And that was immediately followed by Hardenbrook, you're in.
Rapid has had some success here, Dan, as of late. Ended up with a few first downs, drove the field a little bit. But the Newberry offense has been just too tough for him to deal with.
Now 36-0, but unless the coaches agree, it stays standard timing until halftime. So coming from the far side or near side to the far side, that's Kellogg, Hobson, Luck, Lewicki with Stilson, Whalen, And Mohar on the far side. Lukert, the JV kick. That one mishandled off the front shins again. Whalen wraps him up.
So they'll start at close to the 30-yard line, about the 26-yard line for Rapid as they take the field again to see if they can get some points on the board here before the end of the half, Dan.
Next week, doubleheader to wrap up the year for the Newberry JVs. They'll be playing first against Pickford. We'll have both contests for you right here back from the Newberry High School football field. Parents night in between.
Yep.
And the junior cheerleaders are going to be performing at halftime next week.
Fantastic.
Wow, everybody's fired up.
Newberry faithful getting excited. Love to see that. They're ready to get it going as the Indians continue to thrive here.
I see a lot of the Lady Indians in the crowd tonight. Big Pink is Tuesday night down in Engadine.
Make sure you get there.
Yep. Jim Deslak and myself will have the calls and the JV and the Varsity down there.
Always a great night. The Big Pinks option.
Nice pitch there. Indians got walled up a little bit.
Downfield.
Tally Cox with the second stop of the night. Exciting.
Cox fights the block off and makes the tackle, but not before the Rockets get about a 7-yard gain. Going to bring up about 3rd and 3 for the Rockets. Indians shuttling people on and off.
I see Kaysen Hamilton and Stilson coming in on the defensive side of the nose.
Still playing that tight 4-4 up front.
So it'll be Dunbar, Stilson, Kaysen Hamilton, and Whalen up front with Neeb, Lewicki, Cox, and Bufford on the far side. 8 new Indians into the ball game. Drive here. Oh, just missed him from behind, but the flow to the football is there. Kaysen Hamilton almost had him, but did enough to trip him up for the team to follow in.
A nice open field tackle. Good pursuit by the Indians. Brings up 4th down and I'd say about 2 for the Rockets, and they're going to, I'm sure, go for this right here. See if the Indians can stiffen.
They're going to go in that deep eye.
Indians up tight.
They'll fake it. Boot pass here. Just looking for the out. Off the hands. Incomplete. Tally Cox, nice job there. Stayed with the man. Didn't try to jump the ball.
And the Indians take over on the downs. They'll be 1st and 10 from about the 35 of Rapid River. 2:49 to go. Indians leads 36-0. On a homecoming night, the wind pretty brisk here. It's cool, Dan. I'd say it's probably around 48 degrees right now, but the rain has held off.
I love you way more than Carl Bonet.
You want weather, I can do it. I can do anything.
Late changes here to the huddle for the Indians. We'll try to get you the reconfigured lineup here. Cox will go wide. Neebs at a tight end. It's Taylor, Stilson, Kaysen Hamilton. And the give here. Fake. Lewicki, far side. Nice job by Lewicki. And he will head straight across, just shy on a gain of 9.
Nice fake inside. Newberry offensive line blocks well. Lewicki hid the ball well and got his tail around the end for a nice gain for the Indians.
Lubkert also out there. I still do not know who number 60 is.
Indians make the huddle, come to the line, 2:18, and the clock continues to run.
Newberry probably just want to milk this thing all the way down. Point's not the priority. Give here Lubkert. He'll go straight up the gut. Lubkert plows through. Lubkert, he's going to get some yardage tacked on to the end.
And a flag.
And a flag comes in late from behind the play.
Another flag.
Those are going to offset each other now.
Let's see what we have. There it is.
So we get the face mask.
Rapid.
That was at the end.
He didn't signal personal foul.
No.
Looks like a 5.
So that'll put them down.
Still a first down for the Indians.
10.
First and goal.
Good hard run by Lubkert.
First and goal from just inside the 10, 2:03. Clock's going to run. wouldn't expect timeouts to be used here or anything. We're up 36-0.
Lewicki with Lupkert to his right. Neeb and Tally Cox, the wide men here. Snap. Give. Lupkert up the gut. His first varsity touchdown comes with 1:43 to go in the half. And Matthew Lupkert on a 9-yard touchdown run put him in the books. It's 42-0 here in Rapid River.
Rapid brings the blitz that time, and it's always a gamble when you blitz. He just happened to blitz the wrong gap, got by him. And when you do that, that linebacker's not there, and the Indians got into the end zone again, and they line up for the PAT to try. 1:43 left to go in the half. Caduti look. The snap.
Lewicki, give, same thing. Lubkert, he runs that so hard, and those two operate it pretty well. 1:43 to go, 44-0 here on homecoming night in Rapid River. Everybody in Newberry is getting introduced to one of our young foreign exchange students, Paula. She's leading the chants right next to us here tonight.
That's fantastic. I like to see that. Gets the crowd fired up. And the Indians get ready to kick a dang-dano to Pickford. Pickford has had some success. They completed a few passes, ran the ball a little bit. They haven't fielded a kick clean, I don't think, yet. And that throws all of your timing off of your blocking up front. Let's see what happens here.
A lot of it short. Kick.
Oh, it gets by him.
All the way back. He touched it and it
not
stopped.
in the end zone. That's a live ball. Pick it up.
You can't score that? Isn't that an onside kick? No. You can't advance that?
Can't advance
Why not?
it.
It's no different than, yeah.
I think he could.
It's no
Not an
making it to the
onside
50.
kick or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could. Well,
those are the plays that make Vegas mad.
the White Hat's kind of got his hands up at the Rapid. Rapid coach is frustrated. You know he is.
Well, that's not how I'm guaranteeing you that's not how he drew it up.
No. And that's a tough break for Rapid. Young man a little confused.
So Newberry gets it at the 1.
They get it at the 1.
1:43 to go. And they'll go Lupkert again, and he's in. Touchdown, Indians. Matthew Lupkert with his second in the last 4 seconds.
1:39 to go in the first half. Newberry leads 50-zip. They line up for the PAT.
Can I put you in a tough spot for a minute?
Absolutely.
If you're Jack Smith, what do you do? What do you say?
Well, the reason that kids play football and play high school athletics is to have fun. I don't know how fun it is to be getting beat 50-0, but for a team, if you're a player on the sideline that hasn't got to play much, you want to play. But if I'm Jack, I go talk to that coach, and we're going to run that clock and run that clock. You're good.
Lupkert's in. Be as loud as you want.
Absolutely. We like him loud.
I might let her call the second half.
Absolutely. He's doing a great job. Well, we may just have a little interview with her, Dano, to see how she's enjoying football and things that are our American football anyway.
They don't get. They don't know. I don't know if in European football they see 52 too much.
Maybe not.
Soccer.
Okay.
Which, by the way, for the first time ever, is going to be on the network next weekend. The Northern Lights League tournament.
There you go.
Is coming.
1:39.
Thank goodness they found somebody else to call that.
And
I love soccer, the American or the world's game. So they will get it at about the 24-yard line. And they'll probably only have to snap one here. Rapid player down on the far side. Away from the play, so they'll stop it with a minute. Tough night for them. They came in with 7 on the bench. They're going to be down to 4.
We'll see what happens here. When your numbers get that low, it might be time to make some decisions.
Well,
as a head
and we
coach.
were talking about, the decision on coaches and admins to take games, not take games. I think one thing that's added to it, too, is I remember being at the first 8-man football game in the state of Michigan when they played down in Engadine 7 or 8 years ago. And the MHSA, everybody's there trying to figure out how this is going to work. I think the one thing they didn't anticipate with that was that co-ops would be broken to start teams, such as like a Kearney who wanted their own team back, or some of these other teams. So where you'd see bigger numbers and more JV teams, we're seeing less JV because co-ops are getting broke to try and start their own team, and numbers are fluctuating constantly every year. And now we're in an era where you got to have less than 200 to play, but a lot of these smaller schools,
and player safety is paramount. You got to bit low, and they're unable to catch that. The clock is going to run here.
52 and Indians here in this one. Haven't updates.
Indians continue to sub, continue to try to get those young guys in the ball game.
And the big old scrum here in the middle. That'll be the final play of the half. And I'm assuming coming at halftime here. They do it before, or
I don't know. No one is. Yeah, so they must be going to do it here at the half.
They're going to send everybody back to
20
the locker
minutes
room.
on the clock now.
Indians will be on top 52-0. We'll step aside this week in high school sports from the Michigan High School Athletic Association in your third quarter coverage coming up. With that,
the things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias. We put ports in. We remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
It's a huge inventory reduction sale at Newberry Motors. Get a 2014 Chevy Silverado Crew 4x4 with 152,000 miles for only $19,995 or best offer. With over $2 million in pre-owned late model inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs that gotta go. It's a huge inventory reduction sale happening now at Newberry Motors, your locally owned family-run dealer. Call 906-293-5104 or find us on South M123 in Newberry.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Luce County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Luce County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
Are you tired of squinting and straining to see the world around you? Dr. Derek Dake and the team at Northern Lights Vision Center in Newberry is committed to bringing the beauty of clear vision back into your life. Whether you're in need of new eyeglasses or contact lenses, Northern Lights Vision Center has many choices to choose from. Say goodbye to blurry vision and hello to a world of clarity and color. Your journey to a clearer vision starts with a simple call by calling 906-291-2015 to set up an appointment. Let Northern Lights Vision Center light up your world.
History is made on the football field, and the state's longest football win streak comes to a halt. I'm John Ross, and this is This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid. For the first time in MHSAA history, an all-female officiating crew worked a varsity football game. It was a game on September 21st between Waterford Kettering and Detroit Lincoln King. On the crew were referee Nicole Randolph, who is also a Big Ten football official, headline judge Karen Jackson, a GLIAC football official, line judge Delonda Little, who is also an accomplished basketball official, umpire Randy Henry, and back judge Kamaria Douglas. Henry and Douglas are also college basketball refs. The five made history and hopefully inspired others to get involved in high school athletics by becoming a registered official. Waterford Kettering won the game 35-0. Speaking of officials, the first week of October has been designated Fall Sports Officials Appreciation Week by the National Federation of State High School Associations. If you know someone who is an official, please thank them, because without officials, games are just practices. The hundreds of high school games each week in the state of Michigan couldn't happen without them. If you would like to register to be an official or would like more information on officiating, please go to MHSAA.com and click Officials. It's time for Game Balls, when we highlight a trio of standout performances from the last week. First, Escanaba's Andrea Surma. The Italian exchange student delivered the final 2 points in a 31-29 third set win over Gladstone in volleyball, giving the Eskimos a straight set victory. Midland Dow tennis coach Terry Schwarzkopf, in his 100th Saginaw Valley match as coach, Dow beat Saginaw Heritage 8-0. That makes Schwarzkopf an unbelievable 99-1 in league meets as coach for the Chargers. And a Whitmore Lake Junior running back Donovan Fox. He ran for a school record 336 yards and 6 touchdowns in a 54-31 win over Lutheran Westland.
For high school seniors, the matchup of the year isn't on the field. It's actually online. That's right. When you fill out the FAFSA, the free application for federal student aid, you could also be eligible for thousands of dollars in additional money from the Michigan Achievement Scholarship. Yep, nearly 80% of students who fill out the FAFSA may be eligible. Now that's a matchup we can all root for. Get started today at michigan.gov/achievement. The Michigan Achievement Scholarship. It's a game changer.
Our weekly Be the Referee feature takes a look at the fine art of officiating with the MHSAA's Director of Officiating Services, Sam Davis.
We talk a lot about the need for registered officials, but how do you sign up? What does it take to become a referee, umpire, or judge? The steps are simple. Go to MHSAA.com to the Officials tab and identify the sport or sports you're interested in. Complete the MHSAA Principles of Officiating and the Officials Guidebook exams. The Official Guidebook covers basic elements and procedures for becoming a sports official. The first step of the process covers playing rules, ejection protocols, game assignments, and payment of game fees. Once you pass the exams, it's time to connect with a locally approved officials association. The local associations are the ones that provide the training, whether it's on the court, on the fields, on the mats, or video training, to get that person completely immersed in the rules, mechanics, and coverages of what it takes to become a good official.
Thanks, Sam. Now more than ever, we need officials. If you're interested, go to the MHSAA website now to register. The last time Powers North Central lost a game in 8-player football, John Johnson was still doing these segments. In fact, the Jets last lost a game 13 months before I started with the MHSAA, way back on November 8th, 2019. That was a 22-14 regional loss to Pickford. Since then, 3 straight state titles, 41 straight wins, until last Friday. The 41-game winning streak came to an end at the hands of Lake Linden-Hubbell. Danny Marcotte found Sammy Roberts for a 45-yard score with a minute and a half to go, giving the Lakes a stunning 28-25 victory. The win moves Lake Linden-Hubbell to 3-2 this season and drops the Jets to 4-1. Marcotte threw for 2 touchdowns and ran for another in the victory. Lake Linden-Hubbell will go for 3 in a row when they take on Forest Park in Week 6. Powers North Central will look to restart their winning streak this week versus Stevenson. The new active longest win streak in the state belongs to Belleville, who's won 30 in a row. You've been listening to This Week in High School Sports, powered by Michigan Student Aid, a production of the MHSAA Network. Thanks for joining us. I'm John Ross. We'll see you next week.
The things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias. We put ports in. We remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
The things that we do as well as any place you could get it done.
Dr. Benjamin Bryant is proud of the surgery performed at Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center and reminds you, if you've put off some procedures because of COVID, chances are the surgery team at Helen Newberry Joy can perform it right here close to home.
We have a very experienced team. I think that our outcomes speak for us in terms of the job that gets done.
The list of procedures available just minutes from home at Helen Newberry Joy is impressive.
Gallbladder surgery is very, very common. We fix hernias. We put ports in. We remove all sorts of other lesions. We do vasectomies here. I don't think the public really knows that.
So if you've been putting off a procedure, it's only a quick phone call away.
I recommend that if they have a primary care doctor, they keep that doctor in the loop. But all they have to do is either call their doctor's office or call my office and ask to be scheduled, and they get scheduled.
Helen Newberry Joy Hospital and Healthcare Center. Your health, our passion.
It's a huge inventory reduction sale at Newberry Motors. Get a 2014 Chevy Silverado Crew 4x4 with 152,000 miles for only $19,995 or best offer. With over $2 million in pre-owned late model inventory of cars, trucks, and SUVs that gotta go. It's a huge inventory reduction sale happening now at Newberry Motors, your locally owned family-run dealer. Call 906-293-5104 or find us on South M123 in Newberry.
The Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefits, the Lewis County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Luce County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Luce County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community. The Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Fish and Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Fish and Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at fishandhuntshop.com.
Are you tired of squinting and straining to see the world around you? Dr. Derek Dake and the team at Northern Lights Vision Center in Newberry is committed to bringing the beauty of clear vision back into your life. Whether you're in need of new eyeglasses or contact lenses, Northern Lights Vision Center has many choices to choose from. Say goodbye to blurry vision and hello to a world of clarity and color. Your journey to a clearer vision starts with a simple call by calling 906-291-201.
Dr. Igor Sedekov is a board-certified dermatologist joining the Helen Newberry Joy team at the Gibson Family Health Clinic.
So the primary focus of me being here is a cancer detection, skin cancer detection in the community and the management of a chronic dermatologic disease.
Some people can be genetically predisposed to skin cancers, while overexposure to sunlight can cause other skin cancers. Dr. Sedekov says sunlight is healthy, but
avoiding blistering sunburn is achieved. A little bit of a tanning is beneficial for maintaining vitamin D levels, maintaining mental health, and a number of other health conditions. If there is a one-liner that can be paid attention to is avoiding blistering sunburns. That would be the number one priority.
The good news, treatment is close to home.
Approximately 95 to 98% of conditions, the care can be provided locally without the local patients traveling anywhere else.
Make an appointment with Dr. Sedekov today at the
If you're looking for a furry friend to help brighten your days, then look no further than the Luce County Animal Shelter. They have many lovable pets, just waiting to find their forever homes. From playful pups and cuddly kittens, to gentle dogs and cats looking for a quiet place to call home, the Luce County Animal Shelter has the perfect companion for you. Visit the Luce County Animal Shelter today, and let's create heartwarming memories together. Because when you adopt, you're not just finding a pet, you're finding a lifelong friend. If you're looking for a furry friend to help brighten your days, then look no further than the Luce County Animal Shelter. They have many lovable pets, just waiting to find their forever homes. From playful pups and cuddly kittens to gentle dogs and cats looking for a quiet place to call home, the Luce County Animal Shelter has the perfect companion for you. Visit the Luce County Animal Shelter today and let's create heartwarming memories together. Because when you adopt, you're not just finding a pet, you're finding a lifelong friend.
The Luce County Veteran Services Office proudly advocates for our area veterans. Local Veteran Services Officer Rick Menard is ready to serve you. For all your veteran service needs, including claims, medical information, benefit coverage, and more, contact Rick Menard in the Luce County Veteran Services Office at 293-4890. The Luce County Veteran Services Office, proud supporters of our community. The Vision Hunt Shop in Curtis is your award-winning Ski-Doo, Sea-Doo, and Can-Am dealer. From the water to the trails, don't take your next trip without visiting the Vision Hunt Shop in Curtis. From sales and service to rentals and accessories, the Vision Hunt Shop in Curtis has everything you need for your next great adventure. The Vision Hunt Shop on Main Street in Curtis or online at visionhuntshop.com.
Rapid River 52-0 as we conclude the half. Dana Hartsbrook, Jeff Bucket, and Bruce Dake, our official correspondent, Tom Holly. Paula,
Our head cheerleader.
Paula must be getting warm.
Doing a great job.
Director of Community Engagement tonight.
She turned and asked Coach Dake, can they hear me on the mic? She said, yeah. She thought we were quiet.
No.
Coach Dake said, no, be louder, which is good. Well, it's 52-0 Newberry, Dano. And the Rockets come back out after halftime. They have their queens and all the other things they do at homecoming.
They're going to answer the bell here in the second
They
half.
are. They rise to the occasion, come out for the second half.
Brian Nelson is out of uniform, but looks to be okay. As we start the second half, Newberry with the football. It'll be a super clock in the second half, which means it won't stop for anything. Once it gets back under 50, but even then, I would think that we're probably just going to let her lie.
Still, knock on wood, decent weather here. It's cooled off. I guess we got spoiled with that warm weather. But it has cooled off some, but it stayed dry. And the Rockets won the toss at the beginning of the game, chose the ball. So therefore, they got to kick here to the Indians. The Indians headed towards the clock in this third quarter. And the kick. Line drive, straight to the middle. Right down, is that Hobson?
It is.
He takes off and gets a nice return. Running hard off the left side, picked up a few blocks, but people didn't really have a chance to block because they shot him out of there like a rocket.
Looked like he was back in Kingsford.
He was headed to the end zone.
Running that E.U.P Finals hurdle race that he won last year.
He could really scoot, and it's 1st and 10 Indians at about the rapid 30 or 42.
Indians started to sub heavily later in the second half. We saw a handful of their JV guys. Garrett Lewicki is in at quarterback. He had 3 drives, led a pair of scores with Lukert in the backfield. Lewicki with Kellogg to the left. Snap here, Kellogg, straight up the gut. Oh, a fake. What a play by that young man. Oh, my goodness.
That's a great fake.
I don't think you can run it any better than that.
That's a great fake. Coach Dake shaking his head also. I was looking at the dive.
Poor
100%.
Garrett. You might not be able to see it on film because I tried to catch up with him on the fake. Perfectly executed. And Lewicki off to the races to open the third quarter. And, man, if that's what we're going to see in the next couple of years, we are in good hands.
Nothing fancy there. It was just a good fake in the middle, and he took it on his hip and ran.
That's the basic read option. Is he at 2 there where you're reading the left defensive end? And Lewicki absolutely sold it perfectly there and gets the touchdown. Give here. Now they'll keep it up the middle. Probably should have kept that one. Kellogg bottled up and brought down. 10 minutes and counting. Now 58-0 in favor of the Indians. Man, oh man, that Lewicki touchdown, that was a beauty.
No, nothing going to stop the clock here. Tommy Rahali keeping us abreast of the rules, cluing in. We had a nice conversation about some of the rules during the half. Always enjoy talking to Tom, a lot of experience, and a great official, white hat all over the U.P.
Katie Sue saw enough Newberry Indians football for the night. She went out and got her bear.
Yeah, Uncle Pierre out there helping her. They got the bear. Got to give a big shout out to my former RA, Don Winsley. Wins, thanks for listening, brother. One of the great guys. Used to be the Laker lunatic at LSSU.
He's calling plays on the Facebook chat tonight.
That's fantastic.
I love it. Cut back here. Wrapped up Dunbar coming in to help on that one. Rapid River will take it over. Jay Thompson gave you a shout out.
Jay.
In the
Coach
second,
Jay,
I think.
Great guy. Always listens. Love to hear him. We still got some watch parties. I hope they're still giving us a look. If you're still tuned in, thank you. If you're at home, I'll cuddle under a blanket. Dump us to the TV. Thank you for watching and listening. We appreciate you being here with us. Next week, Dano, Coach Dake and I have the call on the JV game as we take on Pickford. You and I will step in for the varsity game. Lots of football continues next weekend.
I believe 4:30.
4:30 JV
is the
time.
start of the JV.
A rocket bullet pass. Anchor.
Tune in at 4, and if there's nothing, we're playing at 4:30.
Hang in there. We're going to try and get a real time for you as the week goes on. Hopefully we have some promos
Coach
to help
Klickner
remind
told me that they were 4:30 the rest of the way, but that was like 5 weeks ago. Then we thought we were at 4 last week.
And we ended up being 4:30.
I ain't going to get bent out of shape over it.
No, there's no sense. But we'll try and nail it down for you.
I've been in a pretty good mood all night tonight.
Indians up tight still. Drop the pass.
Oh.
A nice catch.
Run up the sideline here. It's a foot race. Drug down from behind. That's a beautiful ball. Kellogg ran him down. That's not bad defense. They dropped it over the top.
And time to throw. Probably the Rockets' best play of the game so far with a nice game.
Little floater just over the defender. Side shoulder.
And 20, 58-0. Indians, but the didn't have a game. Some sophomores are getting And they're in, and here they come again.
We lost the video for a minute. Look short down. They're going to go past, trying to break the shutout, too far and incomplete.
Pretty good rush and pretty good coverage yet by the Indians. Second down and 10 for the Rockets. Running clock, 4:26 left in the third period.
No other scores yet have filed in. Although I have not checked my phone because I got that on internet standby backup right now. The less buttons I touch, the better on a Friday night, the better.
It's always interesting when you go on the road. A big rush by Newberry. That was
Scramble. Oh, spin. Brought down. Whalen is going to come off here. Kid spun his helmet right into his elbow.
Gets back
he's fine.
to the picks up maybe 2. It brings down 3rd and 8 now for the Rockets. Whalen kind of wiggling his arm. Got a little stinger there, but he seems to be okay. Yep. Now they're going to take him out and test him there a little bit.
Jude Taylor coming in.
Taylor's in, gets to play some defense. Rockets spread it out a little bit. Pull the ends out, still out of the eye.
Straight drop. They'll go over the middle. Triple team. Referee's got to duck out of the way.
Umpire gets a screen there. I wonder if he gets an assist.
Jude Taylor goes through
Taylor
3 guys.
Again, just buffaloes his way through. Said, get out of my way. I'm on the way to the quarterback. And it's 4th down and 7 with 3 minutes now to go. Indians on a roll, 58-0.
He's a guy to look out, especially next year. The Indians had their top 3 defensive ends back in Luck, Nelson, and Nolette to start the year. But Taylor's going to be the guy starting at one of those spots next year.
He came hard again. Taylor again just bull rushing his way to the quarterback. He's going to get there before it's over.
Coach Mendoza has been kind of lighting a little fire under Jude the past couple of weeks at practice. Jude's a guy that's going to put in the work. He went to Coach Mendoza and said, hey, what do I got to do to get some reps on defense? Because he's done a great job as a primary lineman with that group.
Fantastic.
And you're starting to see, I guarantee Go Hard was part of Coach Mendoza's response. But we're seeing Jude have a pretty solid ball game here tonight as the Indians get it back. Taylor disrupted 2 plays that lead to the turnover. Now Lewicki in the gun. He's going to wait as long as he possibly can to snap this one. Low snap through the hands. Breaks a tackle. Near side. He might turn it into something. Breaks it up the sideline. Lewicki cuts back. Loopkert was there. One to beat. Jukes him. Lewicki off to the races. Touchdown for the Indians, but a flag.
I think they're going to call a clip back here.
Oh.
Blocking the back behind the play. I'm sure Coach Dake is shaking his head as I am because it drives old coaches crazy and new coaches probably even crazier.
Lewicki was at the 15 on his way in, and just a great effort off of the missed snap. Breaks 2 tackles, cuts left, cuts right, cuts back left, and Spencer Deem gets the wave off from the referee. His opinion not factored into the decision.
It doesn't seem to be.
So it's still a first down.
Still first down.
And about a 20-yard gain for Lewicki.
Which could have been a catastrophe, but it wasn't.
Should have started as a loss of 12.
And ended up pretty good in all for the Indians. 33 seconds left in the third.
Don't think we're quite ready to put that one in the playbook yet.
Not yet. Taking our time in the huddle. No need to be in any kind of a rush here. Just kind of let that clock run and get this game done with.
I am, for the life of me, trying to figure out who number 60 is. Near side, spread wide.
I have no idea.
It's not somebody that has been up. Broke outside. Caden Kellogg spins down. End of the fourth. Or end of the third. End of the fourth would mean the game's over.
So a big fourth down or a big fourth quarter now for the Indians. They start their fourth chant that has been around here for a long time, Dano.
We'll keep her right here during the break. 12 minutes to go, 58-0. Indians had their second touchdown. Was it the second one tonight called back?
I think so.
Haven't needed it. They have been strong start to finish. That must be a really big coat on the far sideline. Got Pavey, Hamilton, and Bufford in there. He's a little.
Yeah, it looks kind of like a hanky when you get it around those three guys. I'm not sure what size of a coat we have over there, but it's not covering much of that flesh.
My mistake. That's a tarp.
That's a tarp. There you go. The big guys are all huddled together. Sure. We're going to run that clock. Get it running. Run the clock, boys.
Somebody go and push the button. We got 5.
Still there. It starts to run.
Not doing Pilates.
And here we go. Get ready for the fourth quarter. Dan Newberry leads 58-0 as the clock continues to run here on a Friday night under the lights.
Is that Bliss? Is that Bliss?
That could be Bliss. I think that's who it is. Yeah.
Okay. Now that he came near side.
That's him. Yeah.
What are we doing?
Indians in no big hurry. They don't want to run it up or anything. They're just going to wait, and then here it comes. Now they're going to run the play.
He's going to take her all the way down. Nice to see from the Indians.
Just diving in the middle.
Tough run,
Kellogg. Hard. That's Kellogg. Good blocking up front.
That's going to be a good core coming up next year with Lewicki, Kellogg, Lubkert.
We'll have to coach Kellogg up a little bit, get his butt behind his pads, and use those shoulders to try to take on those tacklers a little bit more efficient, but certainly no lack of effort on the young man. And I got a chance to talk to him. What a nice young kid he is.
Whalen looks like he can impact a varsity game. He'll be up next year.
And the Indians will wait, and we will wait. And you'll see the back judge raise his hand. Means there's 10 seconds to go.
Lubkert trying to stay warm in a stance down there. Give here. Kellogg.
Tripped up.
The big fellow, the king.
Tripped up. The king trips him up with one hand.
Grady Smith. He's a body man.
He's a big man, and he moves well.
And
he hasn't stopped playing even a little bit.
An A-plus player when I saw them against Engadine earlier in the season. He even lined up at fullback on a couple of short yardage plays. And the guy that I know it's at least 2 years starting on the varsity, but I think he was up early. Indians will take their time. Referee steps back out of the huddle. Dunbar's in there. Stilson's in there. Whalen's in there. Neeb's in there. Bliss is in the backfield. Gets the carry. He's going to go.
Heads around the right hand.
Breaks room. All the way.
Downfield.
Smoked on the sidelines.
Great blocking downfield. But he had a chance to get in. And he hustles, pops up off the ground and hustles right back in. And hoping he can get another call for his number.
Everybody getting a touch tonight.
That's good. Let's get everybody some playing time, both sides of the ball here.
The stat guy on film is going to love this one.
Yes,
lucky guy he is.
Going to be a lot of numbers there.
Don't let me forget my program.
8:55 and running. 58-0 Indians. Indians again waiting for the back judge to raise his hand. Now we're counting down. There's 5 seconds left.
Bliss again through the hands.
Row.
Fumblerooski again didn't go as well as last time.
Flag on a play, Dano. Came from the umpire.
Stilson up front.
Oh, he threw the beanbag. It was a play. It was a fumble.
white and yellow, man.
And that was the beanbag. Good thing Coach Dake's watching.
Yeah. Well, he knows an eye doctor.
He
He's the family
does.
discount.
Yeah, he says he really gets a discount. So
fake here. Cutback. It was nice, but that's just a big body in the middle, man. And then they throw number 90 in there with him, with Smith. Number 90 is Mason Johnson, a junior.
well, Bliss doing well.
Yeah.
Carrying the mail.
7:25 to go. Are the sticks backwards? We've given up on the stick. Look at
I
the
think
sticks.
we've given up on the stick
Look at the first down
somehow.
Oh,
Third and
third and goal.
So
Okay.
usually they drop the sticks.
Yep, off of the
Give to Howie.
missed snap. Bliss
dives in the middle, more positive yards.
Got about 6 there. 4th and goal for the Tribe.
Down to about the 6-yard line? No, 11.
Somebody call Derek. Book us a round of appointments.
I'm not sure what's
none of us
happening
can
here.
see. 3 guys wearing glasses. None of us can see. From the 11.
That's where it is.
Coach, no yard markers.
No.
Just every 5. It's not your fault. Up the gut. Oh.
Bliss hit hard.
Rapid's hitting hard here. So that will be a turnover on downs. 6:05 to go. We'll keep running as Rapid swaps them out. Some good carries there for Bliss. Indians aren't going to make a change. Ben Rahali's layered up as he comes out to get the ball. Indians about to finish off this one and go to 6-1 on the season.
Another conference win for the Indians.
We'll have one more left, regardless of what happens with Pickford and Norway tonight. That'll be a game for the conference title next week.
It will.
If Pickford wins it, they'll be the outright champs. Newberry wins it. It would be a 3-way tie with Rudyard, Pickford, and Newberry. And the head-to-head tiebreaker, there's only one. So Pickford beats Rudyard in double overtime. Rudyard got Newberry earlier in the season. So if Newberry comes back and gets Pickford, it'd be the second time in 3 years that there's been a split for the conference title.
You know the Indians will have a strong week of practice. Really developing a rivalry with the Pickford Panthers. I always enjoy that game.
Big ball game, too, because right now, if the playoffs would have started tonight, Newberry would have been going to Pickford. St. Ignace would have been going to Norway. So that could have a home field advantage for the playoffs as well.
Absolutely. A lot riding next week.
That first 2 rounds of the playoffs has basically been a conference tournament anyway.
4-10 and running. As Pickford tries to get on the board and spoil the shutout, they've completed 2 passes in a row now.
A couple of big ball games, though, for the Tribe, because the difference between finishing 8-1 and the difference between finishing 6-3 is out versus in.
Absolutely. Lots riding next week, that's for sure. We'll be at home.
Final scheduled home game, or no, week 9 we're home now.
Week 9 we're home.
Yep.
Ooh, good pursuit by the Indians there on the toss.
Nice job there.
Indians take over.
Manistee Catholic Central will be a Saturday game, week 9, the 21st.
Is that an afternoon?
Right now slated for 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
And Varsity only.
No JV there.
JVs will wrap up their season with Pickford next week. And then the plan is for the sophomores to give them some extra depth for that playoff push in week number 9.
Absolutely.
2:43 to go as we tick this thing down. Indiana football. Snap here. Little miscommunication. Kellogg just going to pound it forward. I know the clock's been running here and Newberry is subbed out, but Rapid has played a little bit tougher here in the second half.
I agree. They've had a little some pretty decent defense and have kept us out here as
they dropped
the running clock started.
2 more running backs early in this game. Their starting running back is in street clothes number 7. Horowitz, I believe, is that one. And then Lundquist, 11, down on the sideline. Near side was the 3-year starting quarterback. So not just injuries, but key injuries for the Rockets.
You start losing those skill players, and it really makes a difference.
They're down to their 3rd quarterback. That's Neeb, not Kellogg. My mistake. Oh, poor Spency. 3rd down. Do you let him chuck the rock here?
Nope. I do not. If it's me, I run the trap or something in the middle.
Bliss gets the wave off from Spence. At least he didn't have to play quarterback this week. Neeb in the backfield with Lewicki. Kellogg goes far side, Luke Kurt to the near side. Give there. Rockets just, Dunbar's playing in a different spot. Goes from a tackle to a tight end.
Brings up 4th down.
And he got bum rushed by 3 guys right off the edge.
Shouldn't have to snap the ball here.
No. Well, Rapid might want, it's 4th down us. Let's just call it a day. Ball game. Joe Austin sends them to the 50. The Indians keep their winning ways going. A 58-0 win here in Rapid River. And everybody knows this one's over except the 12 on the field. They'll officially let it wind down, but that will do it here tonight as the Indians knock off the Rockets and improve to 6-1 on the season.
And that's it, Dano.
Not much more you can say
there isn't
about this one. The Indians came out, they took care of business, and now it's on to Pickford in a huge ball game next week at home. Want to thank our sponsors. Just want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight from Rapid River. The Indians win it